Hi guys, welcome to the video, and in today's video I'm just reviewing The Secret History by Donna Tartt. Some of you won't know this, but I want to announce it publicly that I am quite in love with Donna Tartt, not just because she is one of the best writers in existence, but also because she looks like an absolute babe. And Donna Tartt, if you're watching this, I would anything, anywhere, anytime. Access all areas. Okay, to sum this book up in a nutshell, it is dark academia with a sprinkle of homoeroticism and murder mystery. Oh, and a side of Greek tragedy. The book is about a young guy named Richard who essentially narrates his time at Hampton College, where he was involved in the murder of one of his friends, named Bunny Corcoran. In the book, Richard essentially reflects upon the time leading up to the murder and how he came to be involved in it via a group of aloof and elitist classic students he befriended. He not only unravels the secret history of the murder, but also the secret histories of his friends as well. I mean, what can I say about this book that hasn't already been said? This book has a reputation for a reason, and it absolutely lives up to it. The reader essentially lives through Richard, and you end up being as fascinated by this group of classic students as he is. I absolutely loved the character of Bunny. I know he's an a-hole, but he's so charismatic and so well written that you love to hate him and you have to hear about what he's going to say or do next. All the characters in this book are somewhat flawed to an extent, which makes them incredibly human, and this fascination around these classic students is really what keeps you turning the pages, and I think is essentially what the book is really centered on. So as I've mentioned, there is a reoccurring theme of homoeroticism in this book, and where there's not overt homoeroticism, there is implied homoeroticism, which is, it's the next best thing. I felt Francis was the least problematic of all the characters. He was essentially just a very anxious gay. I really wanted him and Bunny to have some kind of a thing, or for it to have been revealed that there was some kind of a thing between Francis and Bunny, because I feel like that was mildly implied at some points. I also felt there was some gay subtext between Henry and Julian that we never really got an answer about, but the book is essentially full of these kind of unresolved mysteries which get you so involved. Who bit Charles on the arm in the woods? What else don't we know? But as I say, it's the mystery element of this book which makes it so compelling. Of course, we're dealing with the classics. The book has a similar structure to that of a Greek tragedy. The characters are all very much tied to their fate, and of course it does end in tragedy, and Henry is suffering from hubris big time. This book is quintessentially a dark academic piece, if not the dark academic book of books. A lot of the characters are elitist, they're arrogant, they're tragic, and of course they're all mixing in an academic setting. As far as critiquing this book, I felt like part 1 was a lot better than part 2. I just felt there were a lot of digressions in part 2, and I just wanted to get back to the main story arc. The book itself also teeters on the line of believability at times. However, I think it's safe to say that this is because of the parallels between the novel and a Greek tragedy. I think it's worth talking about here that Donna Tartt's novels are quite male-centric, and there's only 2 female characters that we really get to know in this novel, and that's Judy and Camilla. Both of them are very opposite types. Camilla is the only girl in this group of friends, but she's also the person I feel like we know the least about. But I'm wondering if perhaps that was done on purpose, because it very much leaves you wondering about her. But on the other hand, I just don't feel like she was maybe as fleshed out as the other male characters. So, like other people who have read this book, I was somewhat confused yet intrigued by the ending. And I have to kind of put my hands up and admit I don't really fully understand the ending. Henry having trouble with his passport indicates he can't get to where he wants to go. And yet it's from Richard's perspective. So perhaps Richard is the one who can't quite let him go. I don't know, if you have any thoughts on it, please do let me know in the comments. All in all, I absolutely adore adore this book. It's one of the best books I've ever read. Seriously, it is so good. And of course, if you've read the book, please do let me know what you think of it. Don't forget to subscribe for instant disappointment, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.